What's up, everybody? My name is Dr. Zach Guiser, and this is another entry into the Athlete Development Journal, where we talk about developing speed, strength, power, health, and character so athletes get the most out of their athletic career. And look, I'm going to shoot straight with you. You young bucks might find this one doesn't apply to you, so I won't be offended if you skip this one. Before you just close it out, though, why don't you just send this episode over to your parents? I think they'll find a ton of value in it.
Yeah, straight A student, but I'm friends with the cool kids. Following the rules and the rubric. Freestyle on the...
I preach daily about the importance of small habits repeated with consistency, intensity, and intentionality. Yet I still repeatedly underestimate the long-term value that provides. Those same principles are embedded in Jesse Itzler's framework for living a meaningful life. Each year, he suggests identifying 1 Misogi and 6 mini-adventures. Let's break that down. A Misogi, as Jesse uses it, is a big, year-defining challenge you commit to annually. It's something extremely difficult or scary that pushes your limits, cultivates toughness, and provides a powerful memory. The year-defining aspect is important. It's something that you can look back on and say, 2026? Oh yeah, that's the year I did blank. According to Jesse, a Misogi has 2 rules. Number 1, it must be so difficult that you have a 50% chance of completing it. Number 2, it has to be safe enough that it actually won't kill you. Some example Misogis that people have done include Everesting, which is repeatedly climbing a flight of stairs until you have climbed the equivalent height of Mount Everest, which is 29,029 feet, in a single effort. Cycling to a city 75 to 100 miles away, sleeping there for 4 hours, then cycling back. Hiking 100 miles on foot over multiple days, through rugged terrain, carrying all your gear. Memorizing a long-form piece of text, like a specific Shakespearean play, a religious text, or 20-minute speech. Remembering it in 24 hours and performing it for a small group, or learning how to play an instrument. There's well over 1 million different options you could choose from. You can craft it to fit whatever your unique interests are. My personal Misogi is that I am going to write a book in 2026. And man, does that feel scary to put out into the world. A mini adventure is a way to break the monotony of daily living and not just let life happen to you. Jesse has 3 rules for mini adventures. Number 1, it must be scheduled every 8 weeks for a total of 6 per year. Number 2, it must be something you wouldn't normally do. And number 3, it must simply enrich your life. There's no 50% failure rate on this one. Some examples of mini adventures include taking a trip to a random town, going camping for a weekend, taking a cooking class, touring a local museum that you've never visited, learning how to bake sourdough, going to see a show at a comedy club, going on a foraging walk to identify plants and trees in your woods, giving your kids a yes day where you have to do whatever they suggest, within safety and reason. Doing 1 Misogi and 6 mini adventures per year is, for most people, entirely reasonable and feasible. You have 365 days per year. Sparing 6 to 10 of them is really nothing. Now here's the crazy part though. Let's say you're starting this when you're 50 years old and you're going to live to be at least 80. If you do just 1 Misogi and 6 mini adventures per year, you'll end up with 30 incredible year-defining accomplishments and 180 meaningful, life-enriching memories. Never underestimate the power of small habits repeated with consistency, intensity, and intentionality. Developing your physical fitness is one of the most critical tools for living a long, healthy, and happy life. But that's so much more ambiguous once you get a little older. You might not have dreams of deadlifting 700 pounds, running a 16-minute 5K, or setting a record for points scored in your men's rec league. How can you have clarity on how to train if you don't know what you're training for? So let me introduce to you Peter Attia's Centenarian Decathlon. With this method of goal setting, you pick 10 things that you want to still be able to do in the last decade of your life. Instead of living a life that's debilitated and fragile for your last years on Earth, you're going to train to be able to do specific things that you enjoy doing. An example of Centenarian Decathlon from the Stanford website includes, I enjoy riding bikes with my family, so I want to be able to ride a bike for at least 1 hour. I enjoy traveling, so I want to be able to lift a 20-pound suitcase into the overhead compartment. I enjoy dancing with my friends and family in the kitchen, so I want to be able to perform 30 jumping jacks in 1 set for aerobic endurance. I live in the snow and value being independent, so I want to be able to shovel my own driveway. I enjoy playing golf with friends, so I want to be able to play 18 holes of golf. I enjoy walking my dog, so I want to be able to walk 10,000 steps in a day. I enjoy cooking, so I want to be able to lift a cast iron skillet with 1 hand, or carry 2 5-pound bags of groceries up 4 flights of stairs, or open a jar by myself. I enjoy being in nature, so I want to be able to hike up a hill for 10 minutes without stopping. I enjoy swimming, so I want to be able to tread water for 5 minutes. I enjoy playing on the ground with children, so I want to be able to get up off the floor using only one arm for support. Maybe you enjoy gardening or making sourdough or whatever else. You just think about what makes life fulfilling for you. Don't overthink it. Just brainstorm a list of 10 things that really matter to you that would make life meaningful and fulfilling when you're 100 years old. Then, turn those into measurables and build process goals that work towards those. Life is full of infinite possibilities of what you can do, but many of them have a time limit on their maximal potency. There are some things that you can do now that you either can't do or won't be as meaningful or enjoyable in the future. Many people talk about how much they want to travel when they retire, but the physical toll of travel increases each year. If you put it off too long, you might never do it, or you might not enjoy it nearly as much as you would have if you did it right now. For me, I need to be hyper aware of how my little girls currently have no obligations like school or sports, and they actually love spending time with us. That won't be so true in 5 to 10 years. So, shifting my schedule to be home during the day won't have the same impact in 5 years that it does today. Or, my girls both currently love Disney princesses. That likely won't be as true in a few years. So, if we want to maximize the magic of Disney World, we need to scrounge up the cash and find a way to get down there this year. To help decide what you should do right now, you should make a list of what is true now but won't be true in the future. Then, take those facts and think about the repercussions of how you should currently act. To make that more concrete, let's take a look at some of the items on my list. I've removed some of the stuff that is a bit too personal to share in public, but I encourage you to get very real and very authentic during this process. Some of it might be sobering in the moment, but it will help you live more intentionally right now. In 2027, my 4-year-old will be in school 5 days per week. So I should aim to be home as much as possible during the day now. In the coming years, I can work more during the day because she'll be in school. She'll also maybe be over her princess obsessed phase, so we should go to Disney now, like I said. I won't be the only full-time coach coaching sessions 5 days per week in 2027, so I'll have more time for non-coaching work like growing the newsletter and this podcast and social media and whatever else I decide is going to be important for us in the future. I can hold off on that for now to be more focused on my current obligations. In 2031, 5 years from now, my youngest will be in school 5 days per week. So, like above, I should be home during the day more now. My dog Champ, who is 6 years old right now, will be elderly and much less mobile. So, if we want to get him a puppy brother again, we should probably do that soon so he can enjoy it and play with him. In 2036, 10 years from now, from the damage during my football career, my hips might not be able to handle competitively playing basketball and flag football. So I should start playing again this year to avoid the what ifs. My oldest will not think we're cool anymore. She'll be 14. So I should drop whatever I'm doing when she wants to play because she won't be inviting me much longer. If you decide to pick a Misogi in mini adventures or build your Centenarian Decathlon or get clarity with your future list, shoot me an email. I'd love to hear about it. And as always, let's wrap this up with a couple important things. Number one, this newsletter and podcast is completely free. I spend many hours each week researching, writing, illustrating, recording, editing, and uploading. The best way you can support it and allow it to continue is to share it with people you know. You can just send them to gtperformance.co/newsletter and they can subscribe there. Number two, everything in these newsletters, podcasts, social media, and on our website is for educational purposes only and should not be taken as medical advice for you or your athlete. Please consult directly with a healthcare practitioner. Thank you so much for your help in spreading the word about athlete development. Happy New Year, and until next time, go be great out there.
Yeah, straight A student, but I'm friends with the cool kids. Following the rules and the rubric. Freestyle on the bus and it's too lit.